What if I told you the first apex predator on Earth had no bones, no jaws, and 5 eyes? Cue dark ambient hum, flickering lights over a CGI Cambrian ocean. Alien, glowing, otherworldly. Before monsters had names, hundreds of millions of years ago, long before dinosaurs ruled the Earth, before forests shaded the land, before the land even existed in the way we know it, life exploded. The Cambrian explosion. One of the most profound turning points in Earth's biological history. It's a phrase that sounds like science fiction, but it's real. Roughly 541 million years ago, life suddenly diversified at a rate never seen before or since. Entire phyla, groups of animals so different they make sharks and butterflies look like cousins, appeared almost overnight. And in that alien ocean, under the flickering sunlight of a young planet, something strange and terrifying hunted in the shallows. Something with 5 eyes, something with a mouth shaped like a pineapple slicer, something that didn't even look like it belonged on Earth. This is the story of Anomalocaris, the first apex predator, the OG nightmare of the deep, and it wasn't alone. Discovery, a creature built from mistakes. For over a century, Anomalocaris was a riddle scientists couldn't solve. When fossils of its parts were first discovered, no one realized they all belonged to the same animal. In fact, Anomalocaris means abnormal shrimp, because its segmented front appendages, found separately, looked like strange crustaceans. Its circular mouth was misidentified as a jellyfish, and its body? Scientists mistook it for a sponge. It wasn't until the 1980s that paleontologists finally realized these pieces were part of one terrifying whole. Visual, fossil reconstructions snapping together like a puzzle. Imagine this creature, over 3 feet long, massive for its time. A soft, segmented body that undulated through the water like a torpedo. Leaf-like flaps along the sides for propulsion. Spiny, grasping claws on the front, a circular, jawless mouth that rotated to crush prey, and perched atop its head, 5 stalked eyes, offering nearly 360-degree vision. It was a hunter in a world that had never known predators. The Cambrian world, stranger than alien. The Cambrian seas were like nothing alive today. Picture an ocean filled with creatures that defy imagination. Hallucigenia, a spiky worm walking on what might be its back. Opabinia, with 5 eyes and a vacuum hose for a face. Wiwaxia, a slug covered in armor plates and bristles. Marella, an arthropod so unique it defied classification for decades. There were no fish, no reptiles, no land animals at all. Life was confined to the sea, and it looked like a fever dream. And at the top of this alien food web swam Anomalocaris. But here's the catch. Anomalocaris had no bones. It had no true jaws. And yet it became Earth's first super predator. How? Through evolutionary improvisation. Its grasping appendages could snatch soft-bodied prey. Its mouth, though strange, could puncture and twist. Its body was streamlined, agile. In a world of slow grazers and jellyfish-like creatures, it was a missile. But its dominance wasn't just about power, it was about timing. The rise of predation. Narrator. Before the Cambrian, life was mostly peaceful. Microbial mats, simple multicellular organisms, and soft-bodied filter feeders. But around 541 million years ago, something changed. Eyes evolved. Skeletons emerged. Predators appeared. The Cambrian explosion wasn't just a surge in species, it was an evolutionary arms race. Once animals learned to hunt, others had to learn to hide. Shells evolved. Burrowing behavior increased. Speed became an asset. Intelligence, however rudimentary, began to matter. Anomalocaris was a catalyst. Its existence pressured other species to evolve defense mechanisms, and fast. In this way, the Cambrian predator helped shape the direction of all future life. But its reign wouldn't last forever. Fall of a king. As time passed, the Cambrian oceans continued to change. New predators emerged, ones with harder bodies, better armor, more advanced sensory organs. The rise of jawed fish, vertebrates, began to challenge soft-bodied hunters like Anomalocaris. By the end of the Cambrian, Anomalocaris and its kin had vanished. No one is sure exactly why. Was it outcompeted? Did a sudden drop in ocean oxygen make survival impossible? Was it a victim of one of the mysterious mini-extinctions that occurred before the Big Five? Whatever the reason, Earth's first apex predator disappeared, leaving behind only fossils and questions. Resurrection. Through science. For years, Anomalocaris was misunderstood. Its fossils were rare, incomplete, distorted by time. But thanks to discoveries in places like the Burgess Shale of Canada and the Chengjiang Formation in China, we've been able to reconstruct its true form. Advanced imaging techniques, Synchrotron scans, 3D modeling, electron microscopy have revealed even the minute details of its anatomy. We now believe some species of Anomalocaris had compound eyes with over 16,000 lenses, sharper than any modern insect. Some may have been specialized to hunt in different parts of the ocean. Some had different mouth types, suggesting varied diets. What once looked like a blob now looks like a genus of precision-built killing machines. And yet, their time was short. Legacy of a nightmare. Anomalocaris was a freak, but it was our freak. It represents a crucial step in the evolution of life, the moment when nature learned how to kill, and everything else had to evolve not to die. Its fall paved the way for new predators, for armored fish, for amphibians, for reptiles, and one day, for us. The next time you swim in the ocean and feel something brush past you, remember, life in the sea has always been about one thing: survival. Cliffhanger to next episode. But if Anomalocaris was Earth's first nightmare, what came next would be even stranger. In the next episode, we dive into the abyss to meet a creature with no brain, no bones, and no mercy. A killer that's still here today. The immortal jellyfish and the monstrous cousins it left behind. Don't blink.